They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poorest part, bright light, city life. I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. If I mess up, please forgive me. This is my shit. I don't even feel like singing this week. Yeah, this whole episode just had me like real annoyed, real fed up, real like, are y'all even trying? Like, so recap last week, Dre being sneaky as hell. Tommy wants retribution for Julio's murder. He wanted the old corners plus 6 more Doritos Locos Tacos corners. Rashad Tate is from Queens. Raina got tossed out the room. Terry and Tasha doing way too fucking much. Is she trying to hurt Ghost because she is too quick to betray him? I don't even feel like... I just feel like reading my notes. Like, mad shit happened on this episode. Like, I don't feel like... Like, usually I read what I wrote and then I just shoot off from that. But I don't even feel like... I just feel like the writers, y'all didn't put no effort. Jamie goes over to Terry Silver's house. We need to talk now. You alone? Terry gonna say some shit like, well, now I am, or something like. He's talking about, is Proctor gonna be an issue? Is there a criminal investigation? I put, wow, Tasha's earring, get the fuck out of here. Ghost finds on the floor, mad question marks. Mike says they're looking for Donovan, pops up on Sax outside. Sax looks scared, asking, oh no, Mike looks scared, asking if he met alone with Mac too. Sax says no and hops in the cab. Keisha talking about, I saw you on TV. Tasha saying, oh yeah, Terry said it would be a good idea. Keisha talking about, oh, Terry told you. But it's like, y'all friends? Oh, y'all still friends? Okay. She leaned over like she about to tell Keisha that she fucked Terry. Tariq sitting on the couch. Raina walks in. You hot in the butt ass bitch. If you don't just Raina wants to change schools. She's got the new school pamphlet. Sweater is rolled up, showing the bruises on her arms. How did Tariq bruise you like this? When did Tariq do this? Did Tariq grab your arm? And if so, he did not grab it that hard. She wouldn't have had a bruise like that. And if you got a big ass bruise like that you trying to hide, why the fuck you got your sweater rolled up? And then she said, I walked into something. Like, y'all gave her the fucking abused woman's line. The classic abused woman's line. Oh, I bumped into something. Yeah. Tariq texts to Brains, I want in. Brains like, bet, hit you later with the details. Tate, Ghost, and Dre? Big question mark. The boy from the hood? That's convenient. So, yeah. You've seen it. Sax, Donovan, and Valdez. We gotta be sure and have evidence. Angie tells them about Hugo's phone. Evidence shaky than a motherfucker. What are we gonna do? Tate wants to reinvest in the community. Jamie dickhead ass talking about, I can't be more excited, you fake ass. Don't be sitting up here talking about you wanna get your hands in your community, make it better. Like, you've had ample opportunity to do better in your community. Why are y'all writing him like this? Like, can he be genuine? Can he? Because I don't feel like he has any genuine moment. And I feel like people be looking at the times he with Tariq like, putting his arm around him. Like, nah, that's like fucking commercial dad shit. Like, fuck out of here. You ain't doing no shit besides a dad in a fucking Tide commercial. Like, patting him on the head, talking about dinner's ready. If you don't get your bitch ass Bill Cosby ass out of here, the fuck. Tate talking about they gotta get rid of the drug dealers, not knowing that he talking to two of the biggest drug dealers in New York. Did anybody notice that ASAP Rocky was chilling on the Toros Locos corner? Now, I rewound it about 3 times. You can't tell me that wasn't ASAP Rocky. That shit dead ass look like ASAP Rocky. Now, is he gonna be in the next episode? I don't know. If it wasn't, I don't know. That shit look like ASAP Rocky. Dre tells Ghost of Tommy meeting the Jimenez, telling him that Tommy ready to strap up and go to war. Dre is constantly snitching on motherfuckers, and I'm about sick of his ass. Tommy goes to Kate, talking about who is my father. She tells the same story that Tony told, but she says that Tony is not his father. Dre is telling of war with Jimenez because Tommy said so. Tells Cristobal, real deal, we gotta be a step ahead of Tommy. Priest homes, Tommy saved your life. Other Puerto Rican homes, I don't know, Tommy did something for you. Little hood nigga, well, Dre actually pulled him into it, but so yeah, none of them know that Dre was the one who got Julio killed, so they're all listening to Dre acting like Tommy is a problem. I'm sorry if this is close as fuck to my face, but I don't feel like propping it up and sitting on my computer. Like, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. Alright, so I put Dre is out of character. I feel like this whole storyline with Dre is ridiculous. It's really out of nowhere. Like, you mean to tell me this nigga who been playing a bitch to Kanan for a season and a half, give or take, I don't give a fuck, been handing him over stacks upon stacks, him, Jukebox, and other homes. You telling me that all of a sudden he's sitting up here betraying niggas on this level? Are you serious? You was just handing money to 50. You let him live after he was in your house holding your daughter. You didn't tell anybody about the fact that he was around Tariq, but yet you tried your hardest to get Tariq to stay away from him. But now we see you betraying the shit out of Julio, who never did shit to you, Tommy, and Ghost, but you never put your hands on Kanan. He wasn't always talking about he wanted to be the biggest damn drug dealer in New York, did he? Because me and my friend was talking and we was like, yo, that's what Ghost said, like in season 1. Tommy the Ghost, Tony is my dad. Ghost don't give a fuck. He like, the Jimenez is a bad idea. I'm like, goddamn. Your best friend of so many years just told you that he found his father, who happened to be the nigga that got you out of jail, or assisted. And you don't give a fuck. Ghost agrees to go to the Jimenez meeting to avoid the war. Entourage attorney. Ghost wants to be sure that he ain't snitching. Yo, Entourage attorney is my nigga. And y'all, listen, when I first started doing the review, I did not know what his name was. So I called him Entourage attorney. And I kind of like that little nickname for him because I remember him from Entourage and I like him. Yeah, that's why I call him Entourage Attorney. I know it's a long nickname and I could definitely call him Proctor because I know his name is Proctor now, but that's between me and him. So, like, Ghost says he doesn't know who to trust. He really doubts that Proctor is going to be loyal, and I would too. However, y'all niggas done pulled Proctor into enough shit. Like, that's your fucking fault. God damn. He wants to be like, fuck attorney-client privilege. Sorry. Hope y'all wasn't looking dead in my nostrils. Hold on. Tommy is at Teresa's wife's house. Jimenez meeting. Jamie is talking about y'all would look like a fraud if everybody knew that we the ones that kill Lobos because you put your card there trying to act like it was yours, trying to claim it, and that really wasn't yours, and we will tell everybody that it wasn't you. You're gonna look like a fraud and discredit your whole organization. So what up? Motherfucking, we got Alicia and Miguel. Maya and Miguel. Anybody used to watch that on, was that PBS Kids? Girl, my kids used to watch that shit. Maya and Miguel. What didn't happen, you never can tell. It's Maya, A, and Miguel. Yo, they had a little friend with one arm. Or was it one leg? Nope, they had a friend, little boy. He had one arm. I was like, I know that's right. A cartoon trying to diversify. Tommy and Ghost present the terms and they talking about you have until tomorrow. And I'm like, until tomorrow? Like, nigga, I'm asking y'all a question. Like, either y'all gonna do this shit or you not. Like, fuck till tomorrow. I'm giving you till midnight. So, Mike and Sax, Sax tells Mike, Angela thinks it's you. Tommy is with Kate. And, when Tommy was at Teresa's wife's house, she gave him some whiskey, whatever. He was going through the photo albums, and he happens to find a baby picture of him. So, did his wife ever know who that baby was? Did the husband say, oh, that was my nephew or my niece or something? What did he say? I don't know. So Tommy confronts Kate and he like got a picture like, this is in front of our house, back in there, our old house. And then she's like, oh yeah, that is your father. Angela and Mike are together. Mike comes to her house. Mike talking about, I know you think I'm the mole. Sax done snitched. But that was the plan. So Angie is telling the whole story. We know that you did not call the federales. Greg called the federales, found out that you was lying. You shot Greg in the chest and the hand on some ruthless shit. You planted the phone. You was just a piece of shit ass nigga and you was doing that to protect your daughter. Basically, that's what we found out, which we already knew. I mean, y'all strung this along as if we could have any suspense. We didn't give a fuck anymore. He also redacted the federales number from the records. And my notes was, what the fuck is up with the accountability of these agents? So we got one person being witness to records. Like, where is the checks? Like, shouldn't somebody else check somebody else's work? Like, just to approve if something should be redacted? Like, you got the ultimate authority where ain't nobody checking your work, where nobody is making sure that you just didn't just delete some shit that you shouldn't be deleting. Whatever. So there's a surveillance van and Sax, Mock, and Donovan is in a van. Angie talking about, like, why did you do it, whatever. He basically admitted it by saying, like, they were going to kill my daughter. Donovan runs up with Mock, Sax, and some other dude is in the car. SWAT is closing in. Mike got the gun out, tells Angie to turn around. I was really hoping Angie was not about to catch a bullet and look like a martyr. Angie's like, how you gonna claim self-defense if you shoot me in the back? He like, what? Like, Angie did some old Charlie's Angel type move and shot him in the shoulder. Okay. Now she says to him, you're not a murderer, you're a witness. And I'm thinking about, did that have to do with him being in protective custody? That he would try to negotiate a deal? Maybe she knew that because he claimed to be a witness to save his ass, then the attorneys would be given time to question him at prison before he was moved to protective custody. And that's why she told Silver that he was being housed at MCC, because when she left his office, she had a little smirk, like she did that shit on purpose. So anyways, she was like, oh, I only had a second to protect myself. Sax got the really bitch face. He just over there looking like. But I'm thinking, like, why did she say that? Can somebody inform me of why she made that proclamation? I didn't like this episode. Okay? Anyways, it was so much fucking shit. And then it's like, since I had to take notes, I really see how much shit happened because I wasn't even trying to take detailed notes. So, Kate Egan to Tony, stay away from my fucking son. He's saying, and I'm an old man. I want to see my son. I'll tell Connie, she says. And I'm like, damn. Shit, he only got one old-ass kid out here. That's better than some people, okay? Tell Connie. Nigga, he about to be 40 years old. You gonna tell Connie I cheated on her with some fucking redhead stripper at a casino 35 years ago? Go ahead. Tariq. I've been here for Tariq. I've been understanding Tariq. I've been like, okay, my nigga, you going through something. Tariq, take the box to the door, peek inside, give us a nod, blibbity blah. He talking about he gotta look the part. He trying to get his hat just right. Tariq walks up to a nice little house, little townhouse, little brownstone, talking about he on the swim team. He is on the 100, butterfly 100, whatever the fuck. She goes, oh yeah, my son was on the swim team. Let me go get some cash. He give a nod to the niggas outside. They walk in, bust the bitch in the face, punch Tariq. They tell Tariq to leave. He doesn't. He feeling bad. And it's very late for that. So he going upstairs because he hears a scuffle going on, like, nigga, this what you signed up for. Mind your fucking business and go outside. Anyways. because he didn't help her by going upstairs. He didn't help her at all. And Ugly Holmes feeling on this lady. Tariq talking about brains. Tell him to stop. Niggas did a slow-mo, like, Home was on top of her. He, like, sat up slowly. Other nigga was in the cabinet. He kind of turned around, like, damn, little homie, now you done turned this into a murder scene. Wish you hadn't said that. Boom. Shoot old white lady in the forehead. Like, Tariq runs. He's running. Brains is calling him and texting him, like, where you at? Mike says he wants immunity. He'll say Lobos influenced all 100 of his cases that he helped on, whatever. He'll create such a problem that he'll ruin Mock's career. And Mock is not here for that. Angie tells Terry Mike was the killer, blah, blah, blah. Tell James and Proctor. Terry talking about Mrs. St. Patrick, Tasha. I'm like, bitch, he's right there. Your nigga is right there. Yeah, your husband is right there. Terry calls her Mrs. St. Patrick, and she's like, Mrs. St. Patrick? And it's like, yeah, bitch, that's your name. Did you forget? Terry tells them that there was an arrest made. The charges are going to be dropped against Ghost. Tasha and Ghost hug. Tasha looking awkward as fuck. For what reason? You've been married to this nigga for like what, 15 years? I don't know. You've been with him for like 20 years. You're gonna be awkward hugging your motherfucker in front of this dude that knew you was fucking married? Like, bitch, you look like a gullible ass bitch. You look like you lonely as fuck and you will gravitate to anybody that gives you attention. That's what we are getting from Tasha. She's not giving me good qualities in any bitch that I would want to know. I feel like a bitch, even if you want a nigga that bad, you gotta have willpower. You gotta have the strength to, like, turn down that dick. Listen, I'm not about to fuck with nobody on some old disrespectful ass scandalous as I'm sitting in front of my fucking husband fucking his attorney and he doesn't know about it. Like, no, I'm not doing that shit. I hate Terry's facial hair. That shit looks like 2 strips. It looks like he's got 4 eyebrows. That's what I wrote. Jamie walks off to call Stern. Silver stays and tells Tasha that he came by his apartment, talking about what does he know. Then proceeds to give her the earring right in her house when Jamie just walked in the other room. I put, what? Throw them shits away with mad capitals, with exclamation points as well. She talking about, oh, I know it's complicated. He said, why don't we have dinner this weekend? Like, I said, this is not right. No matter what your husband did, as a decent human being, you don't have this convo in your house with your husband in the next room. If you are gonna do this scandalous ass shit, you don't do it in your house. Tommy, Ghost, and Proctor. Proctor is really stunned at the fact that it was Mike who was the one who was the mole. Yo, I love how Proctor came in and he was like, you mind if I pull me one of those? They was like, go ahead. He was like, thank you. So then, like, Proctor is talking about, the appeals. He was like, the appeals process would have been a field day if he had actually gotten prosecuted for this crime. And Tommy's talking about, talk yourself out of that legal hard on you got thinking about it. We need to get to business. So they talking about Mike is going to be moved out of MCC like within 48 hours. So they talking about, okay, so we gotta kill him now. And Proctor's head is like down when Ghost is talking about we have to kill like a federal attorney. Then he talking about we gotta find somebody we could trust and blah blah blah. And it's like, nigga, why are you having this conversation in front of Proctor? Like, Proctor don't want no parts of this shit. Tommy, like, we gotta ask Teresi. Ghost going on and on talking about we gotta find a nigga we could trust. Not no knucklehead. Not no blah blah. It's like, say Teresi, nigga. It's gonna be Teresi. Stop with the whole explanation. Stop with your whole description. Tommy calls Teresi. He's like, you got a roommate that's bad for me. Teresi, like, you got a name. Says your family. Jure is talking to the Jimenezes about delivering them Tommy's whole organization without a war. And I feel like Jure is dumb as hell. I just don't even... I said one season, Jure is a whole different person, and the only catalyst I see is Kanan being in his house, threatening his daughter and extorting him. And now that's turned into you wanting to take this whole organization from Tommy, killing Julio, betraying Ghost after you was trying to protect his son. So now you done helped Kanan and fucked over Jamie, who put you in this spot. And then it gets even funnier to me. So, Crystal Ball vouches for him. Uriel vouches for him. He tells of the Bassett hotel deal. Like, he got money invested. Like, what money does he have invested? Because it seems like Ghost is the only person that put in on this. Did Dre put some money in and we don't know about this? Because I feel like we need to know this. I don't want to fucking find out that Dre is like 25% owner. Like, hurry the fuck up. So to me right now, Dre owns nothing and Dre is an employee. So if Dre were to be fired next week, then he wouldn't have shit to do with the Bassett hotel deal. And doesn't your involvement in the Bassett hotel deal have to do with Ghost and you doing this fucked up shit behind Tommy's back? They're gonna give Tommy what he wants to buy Dre some time. Mike is in the infirmary, about to die. Dre calls Tommy with the news that they sent through Uriel. And I feel like, nah, if y'all accept this deal, I need to be the one to find out. I don't know if I would want to accept that news through Dre. Crystal Ball asks him, do you think you can pull this off without Tommy knowing? He smugly answers, absolutely. I was really feeling Dre last season. Now I'm at the point where I want Tommy to stand over his body while he's bleeding out. Just say some real fucked up things. Talking about, I've been watching you, my nigga. And when I kill you, I'm going to go back, I'm going to fuck your baby mama, and I'm going to shoot her in the head. I feel like Tommy would say some fucked up shit like that. And I feel like Dre deserves it. Proctor has the laptop, of course. I mean, did anybody think he didn't? I did not doubt that Proctor had that shit somewhere. So he's putting it inside of a lockbox. Tate and Jamie are celebrating. Tariq comes home. Ghost is none the wiser that he's just witnessed someone be murdered. And mind you, since your son was kidnapped, watched Jukebox be murdered, you have allowed him just out the house. You ain't know where the fuck he was. I mean, Kanan had your son. Like, you not just feeling a little extra protective? No, you and Tasha, like, He was just kidnapped, and they still just like, he was out. He was just out with brains hustling. Why was he even out the house? That nigga got cable, food. You don't need to leave the house right now. No, you're not going with your friends. No, we're staying in the house, nigga. You was just kidnapped. Sit your ass down. I need to watch you. I need to see where you at for the next few months. You ain't going to school. Sit your ass down. What is it? Winter break right now? Clearly. Connecticut looking real good to Tariq now, so he want to go to Choate, and that is the name of a real school out here. Mike is standing up, thinking about his daughter. Somebody comes with a razor blade attached to something and slices his neck. I feel like that shit was quick. He could have fought. Mike's dead, and Mock Angie's socks are there. No one knew he would be here but us. Angie bends down and says that was for Greg. So she told Silver on purpose, like I said. And that's it. When Tasha was talking to Terry, I paused it because I was just like, I had to pause. I was just like, yeah. Really? You talking to him in your fucking living room, bitch? When he gave her the earring, I had to pause it again, like. When Tariq gave the nod for these motherfuckers to come in on this bitch as if he would look like he didn't have anything to do with it. Oh yeah, random black kid comes selling chocolate and two armed niggas come up behind you. How could that, like, y'all niggas is dumb. Yo, my eyes is heavy as hell. When Dre was talking to the Jimenezes, I had to pause it again. Alright, y'all. Well, I'm like way tired. So thank you for watching. I don't know. I feel like I'm looking at low. My eyes look dark. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later for another review of something else, because hopefully next week gives me more than what I need, because I just wasn't here for it. So, alright, bye.